Welcome back. Today, I want to tell you why I think these are the top 3 ways to invest in real estate, at least in the Tampa area. The market has changed a lot over the last 10 years. Some people think that BRRRR is the best way. Others like those easy, passive, consistent long-term rentals. Some like the secondary benefits of Airbnb. And I think, each of these have, and others really have had their moments to shine. But what is looking good for 2024? Here's my opinion. All right, number 1 is pad split. And I know. I've talked about this a lot in other videos. Sorry if you've already seen them all, but I am going to do it again. So pad split is a unique housing platform offering affordable room rentals primarily on a weekly basis. But these are longer term stays. They're just paying on a weekly basis. Founded in 2017 by Atticus LeBlanc, it addresses the most affordable housing crisis by converting properties into shared living spaces or co-living. Unlike Airbnb, which focuses on the short-term rentals, pad split is about long-term affordability and community-centric living. So how does pad split work, right? They operate by turning properties into individual rooms for rent. It starts with property owners listing their spaces on the platform, kind of like Airbnb. These are then rented out to members, the renters, who undergo a screening process for safety, and the model offers a stable income stream for property owners and an affordable living solution for renters. What are the benefits? For property owners, pad split offers several enticing benefits. By converting underutilized spaces into additional bedrooms, you can significantly boost your property's income potential. Now, pad split handles tenant screening and rent collection, reducing the hassle for owners. For tenants, the appeal lies in affordability and simplicity, the all-inclusive bills covering rent and utilities. Pad split's mission is to alleviate the unaffordable housing crisis, right? So it provides housing solutions for individuals typically earning less than $35,000 annually, such as essential workers who can't afford high rental costs. And by saving on these monthly expenses, the idea is that residents can improve their credit histories and work towards financial stability. Despite its benefits, pad split hasn't been without controversy. There have been concerns about the system's lack of regulation and the ethical implications of working inside, legal loopholes. This highlights the need for prospective pad split operators to thoroughly understand the local laws and regulations wherever they live. So Houston's going to be different than Atlanta, Georgia, which is where they're headquartered, which is different from Tampa. But they're growing rapidly because, this innovative approach to tackling the affordable housing crisis offers a win-win solution. The property owners get a higher rate of return on investment, and renters get an affordable place to stay with high occupancy rates and the promise of stable long-term income. It's becoming an attractive investment model in various cities across Florida, Georgia, Texas, and others, Mississippi. I know who talks about Mississippi. Pad split represents a novel approach in the real estate market, combining social responsibility with financial opportunity. So whether you're a property owner looking to maximize returns or a tenant seeking affordable living options, pad split offers solutions that are worth considering, and that's all for the pad split. So number 2, the second option that I recommend going into 2024 being strong is flipping. And it needs no introduction. This method needs no introduction. Everybody's heard of it, everybody knows about it, but I'll give it one anyway. What is house flipping? House flipping is all about buying properties, renovating them, and selling for a profit. It's a strategy that has gained massive popularity, partly in thanks to those captivating TV shows, HGTV, Chip and Joanna Gaines, but it's more than just a trend. In 2023, house flips accounted for 9% of home sales, up from 5.7% in 2017. The financial upside to house flipping, the potential for profit here is significant. Although there was a decline in the average gross flipping profit in recent years, the trend is improving. As of the first quarter of 2023, the average gross profit on house flips was $56,000 with an ROI of 22.5%. The cost of flipping can vary, but a rule of thumb is to anticipate spending about 10% of the home's purchase price. Factor that in for 10% of the purchase price for flipping expenses and holding costs. So that's legal, title, closing costs, not renovation costs. Renovation costs is going to vary even more. And so you're going to, the cheaper the property, typically the more the renovation costs. So in Tampa, a $150,000 property could be easily $100K or more of work. It could be even a teardown, but maybe your more expensive properties closer to what the average sales price is going to require less work. Maybe it's $20,000-$30,000 of cosmetics. So that's not promising that house flipping is your solution, and it's not without its challenges. Market fluctuations, high rising interest rates, and inventory limitations are significant hurdles. They were in 2023, but increased costs due to a shortage of building materials and labor surges added to the financial burden. So properties also this year have been taking longer to sell, requiring flippers to adjust their strategies and timelines. However, in 2024, I do predict if rates go down somewhat to where we think they're going to go down in 2024, I think there's significant opportunity to even looking for a property now. And the reason is that when rates go down, if you're buying now, you can get a significant reduction or seller credit or both. That's just the market that we're in right now. This is the end of 2023. When rates start to go down, we all know, you've heard it many times before, a million times on social media, that the housing prices are going to go up as the rates come down. So that's going to be a nice tailwind for flippers going into next year. Of course, that's assuming that we know rates are going to come down even slightly. So that is one reason why I think looking at a property to flip from now until the early parts of 2024 is definitely going to be, hopefully, I'm bullish on it, a little bit better than normal. The third method is subject to. And we've heard a lot about this recently. It's all over social media. Everybody's advertising it. What is subject to? Subject to a deal involves buying a property subject to its existing mortgage. So this means that instead of the homeowner paying off the mortgage, the buyer takes over the mortgage payment. However, the loan remains in the seller's name while the buyer gains the title to the property. So it's a strategy that allows buyers to acquire properties without needing to qualify for a new loan. Sounds powerful. Now, there's advantages to that. Subject to investing offers several benefits. It's ideal for buyers with limited credit or cash, as it requires a smaller initial investment for a potentially larger return. It also cuts down on transaction costs by avoiding traditional financing channels. No points, for example, with lenders right now. For sellers, especially those facing foreclosure or needing immediate cash, it provides a quick solution. And for lenders, timely mortgage payments mean avoiding foreclosures. So how do you find a subject to deal? They're not all over the place. Sometimes you have to look for them, but they're getting more attention and more people there's just more education out there right now, which is great. So to find subject to deals, look for motivated sellers, such as those behind on payments or in foreclosure. Properties in distress or needing repairs also can present opportunities, but by offering a subject to contract, investors can provide an attractive solution to those sellers' urgent problems. So nothing is without risks. Despite all those advantages, subject to investing isn't without, the property remains in the seller's legal liability. So the property is the seller's legal liability, even after the deal is done. That means that their financial commitments remain to the loan. If the seller faces bankruptcy, the property could be at risk. Additionally, failing to make payments can harm the seller's credit score, and there's the due on sale clause to consider, which may or may not be present. Sorry, and it's rarely enforced too. So all that stuff is stuff you have to consider. Some tips for success here, and granted, I haven't done a whole lot of these, but there are those who have. Hire a real estate attorney to navigate the legal aspects and ensure compliance with your state-specific laws. That's number one. Research the loan terms thoroughly, including clauses that might affect your investment here. The due on sale clause is one of them. Conduct a detailed analysis of the investment property, like you should with any property. And number four, estimate renovation costs and potential return if selling, or rental income and expenses if renting out. So these have been my three kind of go-tos for going into 2024. I hope you found some value out of them. Please consider subscribing to the channel if you want to hear more about what we do here in Tampa Bay with the investment side.